It was meant to be a night of solidarity, a night of women reclaiming the night. Instead, in Kolkata, it turned into a night of terror for protesting doctors. I'm Barkha Dutt, you're with the Mojo Story. Our focus continues to be on the ground situation in West Bengal, where for the last many days we have seen protests that started in Kolkata but soon became national and went all across India like a forest fire. This after the horrific rape, now believed to be a gang rape, and murder of a young female doctor at the RG Kar Medical College. The principal of that college played a really dubious role. He blamed the victim. He's suspected of having tampering with evidence. The college lied to the parents and suggested that the daughter had died by suicide. Doctors were incensed and they decided to launch a nationwide protest to demand security and justice. But instead, at the very college where this young woman had been raped and killed, where several of her perpetrators, her rapist killers, are still believed to be free and out there, here's what happened. We watched it through the night. It was amongst the ugliest things I have seen unfold. A mob, and nobody's owning up to this mob, a mob stormed the RG Kar Medical College, the college where this rape and murder had taken place, and started vandalizing everything in sight. Its target was the protesting doctors. Each doctor I have spoken to says the police did nothing to save them. The general emergency ward of the RG Kar Medical College was vandalized. Doctors told us that the mob overturned an ambulance. There are videos we have seen where you can see members of the mob trying to get into a hostel from the back gully. Fortunately, the seminar hall, the scene of the crime, where the young woman was murdered and raped, the students were able to protect that because otherwise evidence could have been further damaged and further lost amid suspicions that the now ousted principal of RG Kar Medical College tried to tamper with the evidence. In the midst of all of this, the Kolkata Police Commissioner blamed what he called a malicious media, but the doctors are blaming the police. And the Trinamool Congress members, at least on social media, are blaming the left parties for engineering the mobs. The left parties are denying this. Mamata Banerjee is holding her own rally tomorrow. But here's the ultimate irony. Women doctors, in fact, women everywhere, were protesting against sexual violence. And what happened to them? They were met with yet more violence. Where does the buck stop? Who sent the mob? What happens next? Let me welcome our guests on the program today. We have Dr. Subarna Goswami. He is, of course, with the All India Federation of the Government Doctors Association. He's the Additional General Secretary. Namaskar. Welcome to the program. And I want to welcome two brave young women to the show, Dr. Prativa and Dr. Polami. They are residents at the RG Kar College. They went through that mob attack yesterday. They fought, they fled, they saved themselves, and they're going to tell us the horror of what they went through. But first, I'm going to play a little video for you. I saw this video at about 4 in the morning. And in this video on the street next to the RG Kar Medical College, you can actually see hundreds of people running down what appears to be a highway. It's like the mob has been let loose. Let's play this with the sound up to get you a sense of the kind of tension that Kolkata was witnessing, that these young women were witnessing all night. Take a look.
মানে এত লোক ওখানে ছিল গেটের কাছে। উফ, হ্যাঁ 5 পয়েন্টস থেকে শুরু করে বেড়ে গেছে পর্যন্ত লোক ঠিক করছে। মিনিমাম 50 থেকে 50,000 থেকে 1 লাখ 50,000 তো হবে। মারতে লাগে দাঁড়িয়ে আছে কি মারফত।
It is a surreal scene. It is out of a dystopian movie. I want to start with Dr. Pratibha and Dr. Polami. They don't have the best network because they're in their hostel right now, but their voice was very important for this program, and I'm hoping the connection lasts. I'll start with you, Pratibha and Polami. First, how are you both? Are you okay? Are you okay? Let's unmute them, please. Can we unmute them?
Yes.
Are you
Yes,
okay?
ma'am, we are safe now. We are safe now. Yes, we are safe now.
Glad to hear that. Tell me, what was the most scary thing you saw when you were there at RG Card last night?
When we were there at last night at the rally, we didn't have any idea that so many people are going to attack us at that time. And I don't know how they came inside and they totally targeted our hostels. We were
Hospital, rather.
also the
Rather the hospital. The
hospitals,
main
and they
target
were
was
also
to,
coming towards our hostel. We
yeah,
were fleeing from the place, and wherever we got our any place where we could
could,
go, we went
uh,
and hid
scattered.
ourselves, and we were totally in fear. We couldn't understand what to do. We were fearing that they can also enter our hostels. It was a very, very terrifying condition.
You say that it was a very scary condition, and I want to play some pictures of when the mob attack was actually taking place. If we can play those pictures, please. Tell me, what was the police doing when this mob was targeting the hospital? And it was, these are some of the images of what happened inside the RG Kar Medical College. This is the condition in which it was actually left, and they were literally vandalizing everything inside. What was their main target, Pratibha and Polami? What was their main target?
Uh, the raging mob basically came and they targeted the emergency building and the protest stage that we constructed for our protests. But they were contained in that area. As far we were in the hostel, didn't see anybody coming towards the girls' hostel. But there are news that they were climbing the back walls to get into them. So the police, we actually don't know what the police were doing at that time. Before that, they were in the front gate picketing and everything. But at that time, they entered in large numbers and broke down the pickets. So
Actually, we already understood that something wrong is going to happen. Some of our committee head means our colleagues
juniors,
only, colleagues, juniors, seniors, they were continuously requesting the police to like safeguard us because many people are assembled there and they can come anytime. So we were warning them continuously to like safeguard us, to help us to control the rally and all. We were continuously telling them, we were continuously requesting them to close the front gate, but in no way they were helping us. Ultimately, the last situation when we ultimately were successful to close the gates and all, that was done by us only, all our colleagues only. They actually had no role in saving us. They had no role in saving us. We were shocked. We were
anyway,
heartbroken.
they were not. I don't know if they were not equipped to control the mob or something. They couldn't control it. They failed at controlling it.
They just fled away from the place, man. They just fled away from the place.
Can I ask you to elaborate on this? Did the police try to help you and fail, or did they not even try and help you?
I guess they try to help and fail because they were in large numbers. Or were they not equipped, or they can answer for themselves actually.
Actually, I think the mob was large in number. They already had the idea. In any way, if they come, they already had the idea that they have to
Face the
inform.
police.
Yes,
Huh?
yes, they have to inform others to like help them because they were large people in number. Like 5,000, 6,000 people were there, and, from Shambhazar to Belgachia. The whole area, it was like 5,000 to 6,000 people. So,
This
Hmm.
so
picture doesn't do justice.
they
Actually, there were
already.
more larger numbers of people,
Yes, yes.
and
The
it was
many.
a dense crowd
Yes,
actually.
this
This
video
picture,
actually don't show the actual
entire
number of
picture, yeah.
entire
The
picture.
pictures we have seen, there is
Yes,
a
yes.
dense, thick crowd
Thick
in
crowd.
the road.
Yes. They already knew, they already understood. They had
They had the
better idea
proper,
about the situation. But I
actually,
don't
and
know.
all the gates,
Yes,
where
yes.
the gates are,
I don't know what they did How
How the
did they
police,
inform, still help didn't come? We don't know anything about that, but we were continuously.
but yes, the police were somewhere a little absent. We had to fend for
Yes,
ourselves.
yes.
So you had to protect yourselves. And I think one of you told me, and then I'll come to Dr. Goswami. One of you told me that the mob overturned an ambulance. I think one of you saw that happen.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
We
Yes,
Can you
didn't saw
describe?
that happen.
actually
We
we did.
saw the overturned
Later,
ambulance.
we saw the
Saw the
overturned
overturned
ambulance. Yes, yes.
ambulance. So
Actually, some of our male colleagues were
they were
there,
in the scene of the
scene of the place. They,
place.
some of them were hiding in the emergency top floors. They were recording from there.
Yeah, they took
They
the
were
pictures.
continuously updating us about the situation outside because we were totally terrified. We didn't have any means
Means to defend
to
ourselves
defend
actually.
ourselves at that
The
time.
hostels are not
So
that protected
yes,
places,
yes,
to be
yes.
honest.
So they were continuously updating us. So the picture we saw was like terrific. I can't explain you. They were
Yeah,
vandalizing the area of our protest. They just turned it upside down. They just broke the chairs. Whatever
chairs,
came in
the
front of them.
stand fans we arranged for our protest.
Yes, and
And
then
this is a very painful picture. The hospital is like our second home. It's a place of worship for us doctors. We have seen many lives being saved here. And they vandalized that place. That was very painful to observe.
It's actually leaves you speechless. Dr. Goswami, you were able to go to RG Car later after you found out what was happening. Was the situation when you reached, Dr. Goswami?
Actually, what happened yesterday, there's a unprecedented assembly of all the women and the people. The entire city was occupied. All the streets were occupied by people, lakhs of peoples, and particularly in the road in front of Ajikar Medical College was totally occupied by peaceful protesters. They were carrying candle lights, they were carrying posters, they were singing, they were sloganing for justice. That's it. But amidst this, there was a tussle between the police and a section of the protesters. The barricade got broken. Okay. Meanwhile, a 30 to 40 numbers of miscreants, that's a mob of 30 to 40, not more than that. They entered fearlessly, and the police suddenly disappeared. When they just entered, police suddenly disappeared as it was pre-planned and in an orchestrated way. They just came with the sticks with their hands, and the police disappeared. They entered into the maternity wards and asked the nurses to help them hide in the toilets. And hospital security forces, they also remove their uniforms so that they can't be recognized, and they just make way to anywhere to hide anywhere. And all of the doctors, ex-students of the hospitals, medical college, and others, they came. They just went to hide either in the trauma care building, or in the main boys hostel, or in some other places like ladies hostel also. So videos are coming that people are climbing as Polomi and Patiba was saying, that people are climbing the pipelines just behind the ladies hostel. So they were getting scared and asking for help, sending messages. They were not even been able to take calls or get calls. People are around, and the police allowed them to vandalize our emergency building, and actually they came to vandalize the crime scene. But the heads who's actually behind the curtain, the leaders behind the curtain who sent them to vandalize the crime scene, they told them to go to third floor. But in Bengali, third floor means teen tala, that's the second floor. So by mistake, they go into the second floor and vandalized another floor word.
So you're saying something very important, Dr. Goswami.
Yes, yes, yes.
Today, the Kolkata police fought with me on social media and they threatened legal action against me because I said the emergency ward was destroyed, and you're all confirming that it's destroyed. And they were very emphatic that the crime scene was not destroyed, which is
No,
true. Or
not
the crime,
destroyed. They are correct, not
yeah,
destroyed because they could
that
not
is
reach.
true.
By
But
mistake,
you,
they could not reach.
but you are saying that they came to vandalize the crime scene. You are saying that.
Exactly,
Why,
Barkha.
why, why
That's the
do
point.
you, why do you think that? Why do you think that?
They came. We discovered three motives for them. One motive, the first and foremost motive, was to tamper the evidence, to destroy the crime scene. And their second motive was to terrorize the peaceful protesters, the doctors, junior doctors, and other peaceful protesters of the city. And their third motive was to create such an ambience so that police can impose a 144 section or something like that, so that protesters from outside cannot assemble near the Arjiko Medical College, or say any other medical college. So that was the motive. It is evident that it is a well orchestrated, well planned, and it appears that police knew it very well, that they are coming. So we had to disappear. We have to hide out, like that only. It appeared like that, and that they
No,
were only 30 to 40 in numbers. The mob who conducted all this vandalism. You were seeing the video is playing, and they were just fearless. They were fearless. They were breaking the CCTVs, and they were also targeting, asking for the CCTV storage room, the server room. They were also trying to destroy that only. And at the end, in one of the videos, it is son, that हो गया चल चल अभी हमारा काम हो गया, ऐसा भी सुना जाए. So they are saying like this, that हो गया चल
hmm.
चल. So they came for a particular task. They had been sent to accomplish a particular task. They have accomplished it, and then just they went out. And then the police came. The police commissioner came, and just a drama, poor drama. There was, the police was throwing tear gases and
Who do you believe sent?
targeting the peaceful protesters instead of these hooligans. Police
You're
were
saying the
firing
police,
tear
police
gases
was
towards the peaceful protester on the other side of the streets, when they let the hooligans go away. This is a
hmm.
sorry state of affairs going on in Kolkata.
Now the police chief at the site, he was very angry, and he said that
Yes.
there had been a malicious media campaign, and all this trouble was because people like us in the media, we were lying. He was very angry. He was defending his police force. You are suggesting, okay, the girls, the women doctors are saying maybe the police just failed. We don't know what their intent was, but they didn't save our lives. You are attributing malintent to them. Why are you doing that? And are you saying this, since you are with the Government Doctors Association, are you saying this apolitically? Who do you believe sent the mob? Who do you believe sent the mob, Dr. Goswami?
See, you have to judge who stands to gain. Who stands to gain? It's only the ruling political dispensation is going to gain from this entire incidents. The peaceful protesters,
Why do
all
you
over.
say, why do you say that? Why would they gain?
Sir, Barkha, we have from the very beginning, from the very first day, we are alleging that the yes, administration is covering it up, somebody. They are trying to hide something, because the first thing, the college authority called the parents of the victim and asked them to come immediately to the college, as because their daughter has committed suicide. And when their parents went to the hospital, they kept them waiting over there for more than 3 hours before they could see the dead body of their
Yeah.
daughter. And then they tried to distract it, as label the victim as a psychotic. They have formed, instead of filing a case of rape and murder, the college authority and the local police personnel, they formed an inquiry committee who comprising of the head of the departments of psychiatry, so that it can be easier to label the victim as a psychotic. And then ultimately, when the doctors, junior doctors like Pratibha, and others, Polomi and others also, junior doctors, senior doctors, all were started agitating violently, agitating vehemently. in demand of a postmortem exam, videograph postmortem exam. Then only they were compelled to conduct a postmortem exam. That too in the same hospital where the incidents took place. Why not in another hospital? We demanded it to conduct the postmortem autopsy exam in another hospital in a neutral place. But they conducted it in the same hospital. And anyway, the videograph postmortem was conducted. And after that, the police almost took the dead body with and the parents to the cremation ground directly in absence, and cremation was done in absence of the victim's colleagues, her friends, her relatives.
Yeah, they have
Only innumerable numbers of police were there.
the Trinamool Congress says that it was the family's decision to cremate the body when it was cremated. We have not spoken to the family
No,
directly,
but
so we are not.
I personally
Yeah.
had spoken to them. We from the doctors organization, 7 doctors organization, we went to their to meet them and had a talk for more than 1.5 hours and last Sunday evening. So they told us what happened, what is what, and they even reported us that the victim's mother was offered a lump sum money by a police personnel.
You are saying, hang on, you are
Senior
saying the
police officer
family,
having
the
two
fam,
stars on her shoulder.
Dr. Goswami, you are saying the
Yes.
family told you that they were offered money to hush up the case?
Yes. That's the victim's mother reported us, complained to us that one senior police officer having 2 stars on his uniform has offered me a lump sum amount for settlement. And his father was there. His father told the police officer that as you have earned a long way to earn these 2 stars in your uniform. My daughter has also gone a long way to be a doctor, to get to a MD exam. And why are you insulting my dead daughter? They just
Yeah.
refused.
Now, of course, the most dubious role, and I have said this, has been played by the former principal of the RG Kar College, Sandeep Ghosh, who blamed
Right,
the
you are right.
victim. He blamed the victim, then he tried to represent it was a suicide, then he tried to tamper with evidence. There was strange renovations going on 20 meters from the scene of the crime. Then, instead of being sacked, he was actually given a plum posting. But I want to come back to Pratibha and Polomi. Pratibha and Polomi, what is your what is your state of mind right now? And I ask you this because a number of doctors have been saying that this was a gang rape. They believe that the autopsy points to more than one person, whether it is the nature of the pelvic injuries, the pelvic fractures, or the semen samples. And senior doctors have been saying this. In that case, there could be, we just lost them. So, Dr. Goswami, as they correct, let me put the same question to you. There could be more than one perpetrator out there, and that perpetrator could be within RG Kar College. Can you hear me? Dr. Goswami, can you hear me?
Yes, please. See,
Yeah,
the
go ahead. Yeah,
victim's parents, Barkha, the victim's parents showed me actually showed us the entire delegation, the original post-mortem document, and which I am having. His father has shared it with me, the
yes.
original post-mortem report. In the post-mortem report, it is evident that the girl has been brutalized. Multiple injuries have been inflicted on her from her head to toe. Her face was almost deshaped. Blood was oozing out of her eyes, both the eyes, suffusely congested. From blood from noses, blood was oozing out from her mouth, and her both the cheeks, both the lips were abased, severely abased and bruised below the jaw, over the neck, and everywhere, private part, including private parts, knees, ankles, fingers, nails, everywhere. On dissecting her body, hemorrhage was there. Blood deposition was there just below the skull in several places, in
Yeah.
both the sides, the parietal places, the temporal sides, on the frontal sides, everywhere. And moreover, they collected different specimens, the forensic experts, like lip swabs, nipple swabs, vaginal swabs, anal swabs, and they also collected white, thick, viscid fluid from inside, deep inside her vagina, which weighing 151 grams. 151 grams. And even if it is mixed with some other body fluid like the discharge, vaginal discharge, or maybe mucus or some other tissues, but this much amount of semen, it appears to be semen. It is to be proved in the forensic lab only. But this white, thick, viscid fluid appears to be semen. As penetration was there, it is clearly written hymen was ruptured in 10 o'clock position, and penetration was there. So it must be semen, nothing other than semen. So
So
this
what
much
does that
amount of
tell us?
semen, it
Yes.
cannot come out from a single rapist. There is every possibility of involvement of multiple rapists, which the police is denying from the day one. And the police, moreover, the police is trying to prove that the prime suspect, that was held Sanjay Rai, actually he is a psychopath, and he first killed the girl victim and then raped the dead body. But the actual autopsy report says the other way around. Just the reverse is the case. The autopsy report says that all these injuries were inflicted ante-mortem. That is, the girl was raped first and then brutally murdered by strangulation
Yeah.
and smother. So the police's claim is misguiding. And I don't know how can police commissioner is defending his post. But the court of law, High Court, we all have seen the online hearing also. The High Court is not at all satisfied with the Calcutta Police's probe, and that's why they
Yeah.
handed it over to the CBI.
Now, you've said some very important things. You have given us the details of the autopsy. You say the police is reluctant to admit that there are more rapists, but you say that both the nature of the injuries and the quantity of fluid in her private parts, which appears to be semen, cannot come from one man. This takes me to my question that I was trying to ask Pratibha and Polomi when we got cut off. Uh, I was asking you, Dr. Pratibha and Polomi, what is your state of mind when you consider two things? One, the way the mob attacked your college, and two, that there possibly medical evidence seems to suggest there is more than one rapist, and they could be right out there. They could be inside your college. There is also some talk about, we don't have verified news, but there are questions being asked. Can we please get them full frame? There are questions being asked about whether there was some sort of racket within the college, and where are the interns from that night? What do you can we just fix this, please? What do you say to that?
Actually, we
I'm so
have
sorry.
also heard all
I can't see you. So let me just try and fix this. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
these are things we are coming to hear, know by hearsay. We can't vouch for all this, actually.
we are also at the same
Same
position as
position
you
as the
people
other
are.
people.
We
are
don't
not,
know properly if it's true, it's
if it,
false. We don't know properly. That's
if
the
we,
thing.
we could know them, then the investigation would have been easier.
But
Yes,
isn't
yes.
that but isn't that a problem that nobody is communicating clearly, Pratibha and Paulomi? Nobody is saying anything openly with transparency. Only, yeah, go ahead.
I because the reason is much of it is a lot of people are assuming a lot of things. There are coming multiple versions of things, which is actually making the scene very much difficult to come out.
And the truth is not coming out anyway.
Yes. There are several versions of
Yes,
the same
yes.
thing coming from
Yes.
different
Do you do
places.
you do you do you feel that there is a cover up happening, or do you feel that it's what do you feel, Paulomi and Pratibha?
See, seeing the yesterday's incident, obviously it came to our mind also that
Yeah, something.
there is some cover up. Obviously, maybe the police is trying to uh, cover up something, or police is trying to help someone. We don't know properly how it happened suddenly. The total situation, how it happened
Whatever
suddenly.
the situation was, it is a
Maybe
great threat
it
to
may
the
be a
security
cover
of
up.
us doctors, and that is a failure of the authorities
Administration,
and administration. There is
Now
no
this
doubt
this
in that.
cover up is from administration or some higher authority. We don't know.
We
We
don't
don't
know,
know
but
anything about that. But
there
we
is
can
a
surely understand
sabotage
that
of the
something,
protest.
some cover up
Somebody
is
is
going on.
trying to
Obviously,
sabotage the protest.
obviously.
How would you describe your state of mind right now, Doctors Pratibha and Polomi? What is your state of mind right now?
Uh, Beyond shocked, actually. We never imagined that this can happen inside a college, that too in the prime city. I have been in a uh, peripheral college previously, which had much lesser security than this. We used to go through dark corridors to attend calls and everything. So after coming here, I felt that this place will be much safer because it's a three-story, four-story buildings. If anyone can come in the ground floor, also they can't go upstairs without uh, ba- getting attention from the security guards. But this happened, and in a department where the layout is not very clear, it's very labyrinthine position. So this is,
Can I
beyond
ask?
shock.
Can I Can I ask you, as women doctors, women have to fight so many obstacles. Sometimes your
So much.
obstacle is your family. Sometimes your obstacle is your society. Sometimes they aren't restrooms, they aren't rest places, they aren't washrooms. As we look at these pictures where the doctors kept protesting even after the protest site had been attacked, even at 4 in the morning. Can I ask you,
Yes.
as women doctors today, do you feel the pressure much more? Is your family calling and saying, "Ab chhod do isko, ghar aa jao"? Like, what is the kind of pressure you're going through, Pratibha and
We
Polami?
have invested a lot for this. Our parents have
They are
invested,
totally
are
terrified of the
terrified
situation.
of this. They're
Mainly after the situation yesterday, my mom continuously called the whole night. She was terrified. It's
they were
totally
sleepless in their
yes, yes, yes. It's normal. We can understand, but at this position of the protest, we can't just
we
flee
can't
away.
just back
We
out.
can't just back out. That's the
If we
thing.
back out today, there is no guarantee we'll be safe tomorrow.
Yes, and our one of the most important demands were justice, and second was security.
Security.
If the second point is never fulfilled, then it's totally worthless to do all these things what we have done for
For
all
the
these
last
days.
week, yes.
Yes. I'll give Dr. Goswami a last word, then I'll end with the young women. Dr. Goswami, now what? The CBI has the case. Mamta Banerjee says that, all of you who are criticizing her are doing politics. What would you say to that?
See, Barkha, our the experience with the CBI is not also very good. They have lots. They are conducting lots of probes in teachers recruitment scam
Hmm.
and starting from food scam, many other scam. But the CBI's conviction rate is not at all satisfactory. That's why the doctors organizations, from the very beginning, were demanding for judicial inquiry. But now, as a court has ordered a CBI inquiry, we'll expect that it will be a court-monitored CBI inquiry. In that case, we'll definitely expect something positive. The CBI should interrogate all the suspects, all those who had with whom the victim had dinner that night. The victim had was discharging the night
Yeah.
duty with his colleagues, her colleagues, and even the college principal who was trying to cover it up, the college assistant super, the police officers who were trying to drive and gag her parents. So they should all come under the scanner of CBI, and a fast track court we will be demanding to conduct a hearing.
How do you
Fast
respond?
track
How do you
court.
respond to the Dr. Goswami? How do you respond to the fact that the Trinamool Congress is blaming the left parties for sending the mob? How do you respond to that?
But I won't go into any political debate. We as doctors organizations, I lead the government doctors in the state as well as in the entire country. So whoever the political power comes in power, no issues. But we uh, we fight for our interests, our demands, the medicos' demands, the doctors' demands. Our demands are justified. We want, because these kind of ghastly and horrible incidents has been
Yes.
never unheard for ever. Forget West Bengal, forget Arjikor Medical College. I am an alumnus of that particular medical college. I studied in
Yeah.
Arjikor Medical College, but forget Arjikor, forget West Bengal, forget India, all over world. In my last more than 2 decades of professional life, I have never heard of this kind of incidents that one lady doctor is getting raped, gang raped, and killed during her working hours, duty hours, in her own hospital, own medical college. This is most horrible. And this unprecedented incidents needs unprecedented, speed of probing and
I
all
absolutely agree.
hearing, and should their family should get justice.
And Dr. Goswami, before I give Pavitra and Pallavi the last word, here is the irony. Last night was meant to be a night for women to reclaim the night. What happened? Women were out there reclaiming the night, but women protesting against sexual violence were punished with more violence. It is a completely insane irony. It really makes my blood boil. What has happened in the last week? Polami Pavitra, if you want to say any last thoughts, you said you cannot give up. What's keeping you strong right now?
See, at this time, standing at this time, the situation that we can see that we have not got even 1% of justice. We are not at all, we are not satisfied what the police has done till now. First point.
Yeah,
Secondly, we want proper security for ourselves so that we can feel safe at our workplace, which is our uh, means our priority. But we can't get that till now. Till the time we don't feel safe here, we can't join our work, and we can't feel safe. And what to do means, we really want justice, we really demand for justice. Until we get justice, we can't we can't we can't
We feel humiliated that it all happened.
yes.
This
why
shouldn't
do you
be.
explain that? Come a little closer because your voice is a little dim. Why do you feel humiliated? Explain that.
Because this is the hospital and our profession is our pride. Someone, people coming from outside. This is not a war zone, right? So people from this locality or country only coming and breaking the very place they take treatment from. This is not done. We are not doing any violent protest. So we are not.
Yeah.
What to say? We are.
girl if a girl is not safe at the workplace, where can the girl be safe? Just answer the question. The Nirvaya incident happened in Kolkata.
Yeah, you are
Maybe
breaking up, but I'm.
I can't
Hmm.
compare both of them.
Yeah. Sorry, Pavitra Polami, I can't hear you in the end. I think your connection is backed up, but I will read out what you said. I heard it. If a girl is not safe at her workplace, where will she be safe? And that is, in fact, the ultimate question. I want to say thank you to Pavitra and Polami, whose internet just bunched up there, and also to Dr. Goswami for his very blunt, plain spoken words about what has happened, the horror and the complete collapse of a system, a systemic breakdown within the hospital, the administration of the hospital, how the police has responded after that. It all smacks and stinks of a cover up, that is for sure. Thank you, Dr. Goswami. We'll be in touch. Thank you so much for talking to us, and to Pavitra and Polami, to doctors Pavitra and Polami. May all your dreams come true and may you always be safe. You leave us with that question: if a girl is not safe at her workplace, where else can she be safe? Thank you for watching. We'll continue to report this story till justice is done for the rape and murder victim of Kolkata. Thank you for watching. And I wanted to say one other thing. It's Independence Day. It's Independence Day, but women in India are saying, when will we be truly free? Thank you for watching. Take care. It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.